Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Chicago Bears and the Seattle Seahawks.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Pick your game up. Run left, run left. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey. Go.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
45. Let's go. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Kill. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike, 280. Mike, 45. Check. 45 to Mike. There we go. Tight dog. 14. Boom. Sponge. No. Undercrunch. Alert. Shit. Check 45.
From the 41, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check curls. Shit. Good job right there. Show it up. Run left. Tighten up.
They run it with Carson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's go, defense. One left.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Mike, 45. You ain't going nowhere. Alert 3. Check. Good, guys. 4 down. Banjo. Good.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, check Mike 45. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Slam.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line. Buddy. You got tight right there. Switch it.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. The first carry for the Utah man now, it's Joe Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Training. Back 25 behind. 59. Like the 59. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Taking on the midfield logo. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready? 36 power. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Watch safety screen. Look for signal. Safety screen. One left.
Draw play. This is Carson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Alert. Check 25. 45. Trump. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check tempo.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson rolling to his right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, watch it.
On first down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Watch twins. Hey, alert.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Slam, slam, slam. Check. Good, 4 down, 4 down.
To try again after the sack. Wilson, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check it back. 14, 14.
This is Carson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Go, go, go. Check 52.
Wilson. Safarian Jenkins has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Block that.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Gun.
Here's Carson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Reload. Check 24.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
45. Not today, you want. Not today. Check left.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
Throwing is Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
45. Mike, 45. Man out. 45 is the Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Out. No. Check. Wide. Left. Check safety.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike. We want it. Come to my world. He's coming. We got double up. 4 down. He's crashing. Nice.
On third down, Wilson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one of my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They come out here in the I. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a 2-point game after that one. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on the line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike 5-4. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Green, 17. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Where we go?
Now Winston. He wants it all for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. From the shotgun, Wilson flush to his right. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Knocked down at the line of scrimmage. It leads to 2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Good job right there. Zoom, zoom. 45, 45, Mike, 45. Move the team. Watch the run. It's out, baby. That's baby out. Check. All go special. All go special.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 9, Winston, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Jameis to throw it. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And they will not be able to hook up up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Check 280. Check my 45. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Deuce. Left pass. Hey, 0.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Safe. Watch the shit. Hey. Alert. Check, guys. 4 down. What?
On first down, it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Check, 45. Guys, 4 down. We got this. 45. Mike, 45. Watch this. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Crunch time, defense. Hey, check Mike 45. Check. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Far left.
Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it's third and goal.
Got it. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. That's it. Hey, 0 point.
On third and goal, Wilson flushed out right. He may try and run, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
This time, the extra point up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down and run with Cohen. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping it on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Wilson forced out to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Wilson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Slam. Kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
I'm coming for you, son. Gun. 58, Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, he lets it fly for Lockett. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. You go back.
Throwing, Winston.
Switch.
Looking deep for Gabriel. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's your time, baby. Ready. We're ready. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Wait. Check. Where we go?
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Winston. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Check 3.
Hey, 0.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Rush in.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They try again with Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Green, come see. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Let's go now. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Watch twist. Check 13. Check 13. He's coming. Double up, double up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They run. This is Cohen. Cohen lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers.
Switch up.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
I'm coming.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And the crowd on its feet, and understandably so. They are Super Bowl bound after taking that knee.
How about the ability to celebrate not just winning a championship, but to do it with your fans on your home field? What a great collaboration for them all year long.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that'll close the books on the